Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mack Flash Trivia. My name is Francois and I'll be your host for the next little bit. This is Seriously Trivia Live, as serious as this shirt is loud. That's right. I'm looking up just to make sure on the monitor that the camera understands that I'm the one I should be focused on, not over here. I'm up here. My face is up here, camera. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Seriously Trivia. My name is Francois, and I will be your host. As I said before, it's Friday, baby. It's Friday. I had to wear my Friday shirt. That's right. We got all the people joining in the chat at the moment. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody. It's good to see you all again. I've got a great game today because it's made even greater for the fact that all of these fresh games are coming at you, and most of them are inspired by things that people put on the Facebook page today. I said, hey, I've got some spots left. What's going on? Well, all of your topics were so good, I was able to incorporate most of them. I did not get to all of them, but you might see a topic you picked today that, you might go, hey, that's me. I did that. That was my subject. Well, hopefully that's what happens. This is what's going to happen today or tonight. We're going to be playing some Seriously Trivia. I've got 2 rounds for you with 10 questions or 10 categories each. This is how it should go in case you've never played before. Everyone should have a whiteboard or a notepad ready to go so that you can jot down your answers. Optionally, you may choose to have a scoreboard as well if you're playing against people in the same household, for example. You want to keep track. You're welcome to form teams, of course, across Zoom, Messenger, Google Meet, whatever you prefer. The way we're going to play, it's going to be 10 rounds or 10 categories of 3 questions each, except for the picture one. And it's going to be a mix of puzzles and trivia. We're going to do that twice. When the questions come up, you guys are going to pick out the categories as you see them come up on the screen and shout them out in the chat. I will write them down on my trusty whiteboard, and then we'll be able to go on and play them in a fun order. But once we pick a category, we're going to play. We're going to play each question for 20 seconds each. Discreetly answer the questions on your whiteboards or notepads as we proceed, because immediately after, it is answer time. That's right. I will reveal the answers to each round immediately after, whereas you will then correct your own sheet or board. Keep track of your score. Let us know how much you got in the chat, and share your score, and keep a tally of the entire game so we know towards the end what we got. Whew! It's a lot of talking. Try to just get it over with. You know what I mean? But some of you have never played, and I gotta keep it fair. All right. As I always say, it's complex, but it's not complicated. All right, so what we're going to do is let's take a look at these categories coming up and get ready to shout those out. You like that theme music? It's pretty good. Yeah, I know. I kind of did that on purpose. Let's take a look at tonight's categories. Really actually pumped to bring you these because, like I said, except for the puzzles, most of them were inspired by your decisions on Facebook. So let's take a look. Life on the Chain Gang is here, of course. We got the ABCs of first name basis. We got CELLU-LOIDS. We got CONWAY, WITTY. There you go. That one goes out to you, buddy. Songs in the key of. We got La Baie Verte. Holy moly. Ain't No FANG. I laughed out loud outside on my porch while I was writing Ain't No FANG. And this is fun. It would be better, which I'm sure some of you are saying, if I showed you the categories. There they are. Ta-da. There they all are, beautifully laid out for you to do. I don't know why I would read them out and not show them to you. Let's get started. Show us your screen. Mike, be decent. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I know. I don't know what's wrong. I had a really big dinner. You know what I mean? And I think all the blood is rushing to my stomach and out of my brain, and I'm having a hard time. All right, let's take a look. Val Kilmer. Yeah, let's hope there's a Val Kilmer question tonight. Starting off with Holy Moly. According to, no, that's not true. There we go. Blah, blah, blah. Ain't No FANG. So we're going with FANGs first, followed by Holy Moly. And then we're going to do that Lloyd, baby. Waiting for that Lloyd, eh? That hot Lloyd on fire. Those CELLU-LOIDS. Okay, let's start with those 3, and then we'll keep shouting them out, and I'll make sure to type them in order. But we are going with Ain't No FANG in your first one. This is definitely crowd inspired. And this is someone says, do something about vampires from movies and television. Well, here you go. Something about vampires from movies and television. If you're ready to go, we got 3 questions regarding this topic, and it starts with this. Name the 2 actresses who have played Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Number 2 coming up in Ain't No Fang. American rapper Sticky Fingers took on the role of what vampire assassin for the 1-season Spike TV adaptation? Sticky Fingers. Actually, he's French. His name is Sticky Fingers. That's what it is. It's French. Sticky Fingers. Let's take a look at your last one. Yes, most definitely. With a CW adaptation in the works since 2016, what 80s vampire movie also has sequels subtitled The Thirst and The Tribe? Is Sticky Fingers a birth name? Mr. and Mrs. Fingers did not return any of my messages in that regard. So, Mrs. Fingers, when your son Sticky started his rap career. That's great. Well, there you go, guys. That's Ain't No Fang. Your questions about movie and television vampires. Lock those answers in. Let's take a look at my answers and see who did better. Well, at least it's going to be a tie. In the first one, we're looking for the 2 actresses who have played Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It is Christy Swanson from the movie and Sarah Michelle Gellar from the television show. Give yourself a point for each of those. There you go. His birth name is Sticky Fingers, you see. And yeah. All right, and Ain't No Fang, we got Blade. That's right, Sticky Fingers, aka Sticky Fingers, or Sticky Fingers, as they say in French, was Blade in the 1-season, 12-episode television show. Who knows what happened to that? Probably Sticky Fingers happened to that. We got ourselves the last one. It's The Lost Boys. That's right. The classic, it's cool to be a vampire movie from the 80s. Has a couple of probably straight to DVD sequels. The Thirst and the other one. And they've been working on a series for CW for a while, but, nothing. They keep running into bad luck. For example, COVID actually stopped the production of the latest effort. So, boom. Sorry. No luck for the Lost Boys. Give yourself a point for each. That's out of 4 points in this one. Out of 4 points. And I'll see you back at the front for another category. Holy moly, coming up. All right, we got Holy Moly coming up next. That's what people want. Remember to keep taking a look at the screen and the categories, because when we get back, I've got 4 lined up, and then after that, we'll go on to the next one. The ones you pick, I mean. Holy Moly also came from a recommendation. This one came from Mike, actually. This is all about movie moles. That's right, all about moles in movies, which was great. I got to look up all sorts of, I really like the spy genre, so this was fun for me. But let's take a look if it's fun for you. That's kind of the big point. What is the name of the mole in Inglourious Basterds? Who in the movie is a popular German actress? Number 2 in the category of movie moles, played by Jon Voight. Who is the mole who betrays Ethan Hunt and the IMF by attempting to sell sensitive information? I should tell you what movie in Mission Impossible. Little detail. Don't tell them the movie, Francois. Just let them guess. And finally, in number 3, what former child star and now director plays the mole in Austin Powers in Goldmember? And there you have it. That's holy moly. 3 questions about moles in movies. None of them being Bambi. So there you go. Was there even a mole? I get the feeling there was a mole in that movie. Was there? I don't know. Let me know. Let's take a look at your answers and compare them to mine, and so you can give yourself some points. First one, in Inglourious Basterds, we were talking about Bridget von Hammersmark. That's right, Bridget von Hammersmark. That's right. It's a good movie. I've seen it 3 times. See what I did there. Number 2, let's take a look at this one. It was Jim Phelps. That's right, Jim Phelps, the previously leader of the place, and Ethan Hunt looked up to him, and yet he was the mole. He was the betrayer. Terrible Jim. And last but not least, Fred Savage. That's right, Fred Savage, child actor, now TV director, directed a bunch of episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which is how I discovered that he was a director. So there you have it. Give yourself a point for each of those moles. Mole, 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 mole. And we're back to the front. Let me tell you a little bit about the Spider Guys. They're a pest control company servicing the Windsor-Essex region, offering guaranteed barrier services that protect against spiders, ants, mosquitoes, and many other invasive pets. In-laws still pending. Check them out on Facebook or learn more about services and pricing on their website, thespiderguys.com. And if you mention that you heard about them on Mack Flash Trivia, you'll save 10% off any seasonal service. Who's that guy? That was weird. Anyway, we're back after that commercial, and it's time for Lloyd's, baby. That's right, CELLU-LOIDS. As a matter of fact, a little bit of a specific thing happening here. The CELLU-LOIDS are all going to be movie DITLOIDS. That's right, a little bit of a twist today. We're talking about movie titles that have numbers and letters in them in order to make them nice DITLOIDS. For example, if I say 3M and a B, you would say 3 men and a baby. That's right. Let's take a look at your upcoming 3 DITLOIDS, all being movie titles, and it starts with number 1. GI-60S. Number 2 in movie DITLOIDS or CELLU-LOIDS. OH and OD. And finally, let's take a look at the last CELLU-LOID DITLOID puzzle. These are 2 movies in the same series. So I'm looking at 2 movies separated by the word and. And there you have it. That is CELLU-LOIDS, 3 DITLOIDS, all about movie titles. Hopefully you were able to figure them out. No equal signs, none of that. Just a pure abbreviation of the movie title. Let's take a look at what you got compared to my answers, and give yourself points for each one you get correct. The first one was Gone in 60 Seconds. There you have it, 60. Should have given it away. I think the 60S definitely did. Next one, we had a bit of a trick in this one. The original animated 101 Dalmatians, and I'm not sure how official this is, but I find a lot of places the original is spelled out, and the remake has 101 as the 101 for the live action one. So if that's not the case, then whatever. You guys got it anyway, I'm sure. And the last one, we were looking for 2 movies separated by the word and. I think one would have been too easy. We were looking for 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later, none of which featured Sandra Bullock, who was in the original 28 Days. So kind of weird. Don't know what the decision was not to bring her back, but interesting choice. So that's why I chose never to see these 2. That's right. Give yourself a point for each of these boxes. So this is out of 3, because you needed both in order to get the point in the red box. Those are your DITLOIDS for today. Out of 3 points, it was CELLU-LOIDS. You can contest it if you want. Until you come up with another movie that fits the DITLOID, though, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to stay at where we are. All right, let's take a look at our next category, Conway Witty. I'll be honest, I just basically took a really funny name and adapted it to a game that I think fits. It's not exactly what we wanted it to be, Neil. I don't think it'll ever will be. But let's take a look at Conway Witty. Conway Witty, International Edition. Give the idiom containing a nationality or country for each. Get it? Country, and then wittiness. I don't know why, but I like it. These are all idioms. They're expressions that contain a nationality or country for each. Before you tell me, that some of these might be derogatory or offensive, if anything, they're mildly that. They're generalizations, if that, but they are just expressions that exist and express nothing but that in the way of the game. So I don't know why I had a disclaimer there, but here we are. What's an expression that means splitting the bill evenly between everyone at the table? Okay, everybody, I wrote everyone like in Old English. Just took out some letters, and who cares? Number 2 in Conway Witty. Used when a negotiation comes to a standstill or no one can agree. the old splitsies. And finally, in number 3, an expression or idiom containing a nationality or country that means this is for 2 points. When you can't understand, it's this language. When you swear, you say, pardon this language. And there you have it. We were looking for 3 expressions or idioms that had a nationality or a country included in each that matched these descriptions. Let's take a look at the answers and see if they match with yours. The first one we were looking for is when everybody at the table splits. It's called going Dutch. That's right, going Dutch. That's the expression. When a negotiation comes to a standstill, we call that a Mexican standoff. A Mexican standoff. I didn't have time to look up the source. I wish I knew why it was called that. And last but not least, it's all Greek to me. We're looking for Greek in the first one. And pardon my French, when you swear, which is kind of funny. Going Dutch, Mexican, standoff, Greek to me, and pardon my French. We're just looking for Greek and French in the last one, so that's 4 points for this Conway Witty round. See you back at the front, everybody. We got songs coming up, and we're looking for more. We're looking for more categories once we get there, so make sure you do take a look at them. This is what we've got left right now, and songs is up next for this round. Before, let me tell you about, while you take a look at those, I'll tell you about Beekeeper Food Wraps. They're another one of our sponsors. They're handmade beeswax food wraps, use all natural ingredients to create an alternative to saran wraps and Ziploc bags. When I was a kid, I used to say saran wrap. That's right, keeping your food fresher longer without the use of harmful plastics, like saran wrap. It's you get a wide variety of sizes and designs available. Check them out on Facebook at Plastic Free YQG, or log on to their website, beekeeperfoodwraps.com. Better than saran wrap. There you go. All right, let's go to songs in the key of... Songs in the key of space. These are questions about songs with space stuff in the title. Once you see the answers, you'll be like, Francois, those space things have names. But I'm like, that wasn't the intention when I started the round. I just go with my gut, and I write what I write. Here he is, 3 questions about songs with space stuff in the title. Number 1, what planet did both Shocking Blue and Bananarama sing about? Next up, we got number 2 in the songs about space stuff. In 1986, from what planet were the teenagers that the Misfits sang about? And finally, number 3. The Police did it on the moon, while Smash Mouth did it on the sun. What is it? All right, here we go. That's songs in the key. My little dance was to give you a little more time for you to think about that one question that you're like, oh, I'm not exactly sure. Well, there you go. Songs in the key of space. They all had some sort of space stuff in there. Yes, I know. They were all mostly about the bodies in there, the celestial bodies. First one we were talking about was Venus. That's right, Bananarama and Shocking Blue both. I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. Yeah, that's right. I also associate that song with razors for women because the first time I heard it, it was in a commercial when I was a kid. There you have it. Number 2, Teenagers from Mars. Teenagers from Mars. Associate that song with, I think, Rock Band or Guitar Hero, maybe? Yeah, I think that's what it is. And last one, it was Walking. That's right. The Police are walking on the moon while Smash Mouth are walking on the sun. And I'm pretty sure we should leave both of them there, and that way they should probably never meet. Probably not. Give yourself a point for each of those. Let me know what your score was. I was going to say Teenagers from Mars, but I cannot do it justice. I don't remember exactly how it goes. But it's a great song. It's a great song. No, maybe not Rock Band. Maybe... Maybe it's Guitar Hero. I don't remember, but it's a very good song. And it's like I didn't hear it in its proper, it's not like I heard it on the radio and the way I should have. No, I heard it through like something where it got licensed, and that's why I like games like that. Games like that or kids movies that use like old music. My kids know stuff from the 70s, because they use it in like these animated movies now. And now these kids are walking around singing Elton John and all this stuff and all this classic rock. And you're like, yes, that's exactly it. So I love that. That's why I love Rock Band, Guitar Hero, games like that. Great thing, great thing. All right, first name basis, then it's ABCs, then it's Chain Gang, then it's La Baie Verte, and then we'll finish it off with, oh, this is fun. All right, let's take a look at your first name basis. First name basis, television edition. Given only the first names of these characters, name the show that they are from. There's 3 of them, 3 groups, and all I'm going to do is give you the first names of these characters. If you're ready, it starts like this. Eleanor. I don't know how to say that name. Tahani, Manny, and Michael. Chidi? Clearly, I don't want to. First name basis. What television show has characters Piper, Suzanne, Alex, Galena, and Sam? And finally, first name basis television. What television show has the characters Johnny, Moira, David, and Alexis? All right, and that's it. That's First Name Basis Television Edition. Given a group of characters' first names, all you had to do was identify the television show that you had in front of you, discreetly, surreptitiously, and mysteriously. Let's take a look at your answers. I don't know why I explained how to play the game after you guys have just played the game, because I've had people go, it's too late now. It's too late, but I don't know. That's what I do. It's my show. The Good Place. The number 1 is from The Good Place, and that's what that's from. I have not watched it yet, which is why I did not know how to say that character's name. There you go. Number 2, we have Orange is the New Black. Orange is the New Black had those characters in there. And in the last one, we were looking for Schitt's Creek. That's right, Schitt's Creek. Don't forget to check out the Schitt's Creek trivia available on our channel. One of the fun fact, one of the most popular quickies we've ever done. It's got some of the most views, so people really like Schitt's Creek. There you have it. And people have even asked for a second one. There you go. Give yourself a point for each of those, and let's head back to the front. Don't forget to tune into the Games Lounge after this around 10 o'clock. Not around, at 10 o'clock. Around, just whenever. Maybe 10, maybe 10:07. Who cares? No, at 10 o'clock tonight, it's the Games Lounge, where me and the Mack Flash team will be getting together and playing 5 different board games at once. It's less chaotic than it sounds. It's actually quite relaxing. We're just going to chill out, and you're very much welcome to join us in the chat, because this is one of those games where we're lounging around, we're playing. It's very unofficial, it's very informal, and we want everyone to kind of play along and chat along, and we're going to have a bunch of fun. We had some great times last week, for sure, and we hope that you will all join us. The link is, I'll share it in the chat at the end, but it's also available right there on our channel, right next to this one in recent activities. So join us right there afterwards. We got ABCs of, this is definitely one of those fan requested. I'm just assuming. This is the ABCs of dogs. Someone straight up said, do the ABCs of dogs. And I was like, nice and easy. I'll take care of that for you. So if you're ready, let's take a look at the ABCs of dogs. Sorry, I just caught something funny in the chat. Number 1. Named for its country of origin, this breed of dogs used to be called the Tazi, and still is in that country. There you go, Samantha. Next one, the ABCs of dogs. I forgot to tell you that each answer will start with A, B, and then C respectively, but of course you have eyes. You probably saw it right there on the screen. Next answer starts with the letter B. This one starts with the letter B. What type of dog are Trusty from Lady and the Tramp, Bruno from Cinderella, and Napoleon and Lafayette from the Aristocats? And last but not least, the ABCs of dogs. This one starts with the letter C. A mix of Cocker Spaniel and Poodle breeds. What word is used to describe this designer dog? And there you have it, the ABCs of dog. Thank you for that great suggestion. Breeds, what a great way to do it, and I'm pretty sure I used 3 that people should be able to come up with one way or another. Hopefully the one way they do it, though, is with their pen and their heads and figuring it out. I don't know what the other way you can figure it out. Just go out and seek those dogs, maybe. Sure. Let's take a look at the answers. The first one we were looking for, the Tazi, is the Afghan Hound. That's right, a dog from Afghanistan. There are many different types of Tazis as well, but the Afghan Hound is one of those. So there you go. With B, all the dogs from those Disney movies are bloodhounds. There is sort of a love affair between Disney and bloodhounds. A lot of them appearing throughout the movies. And last but not least, with C, a Cocker Spaniel and a Poodle is called a cockapoo. That's right. Before anyone even had a sense of humor, somebody invented the cockapoo. Then the sense of humor was discovered, and that's when they went, man, we made a huge mistake. Give yourself a point for each of those: Afghan Hound, Bloodhound, and Cockapoo. And we'll see you back at the front for more Triv. We get Life on the Chain Gang coming up in just a little bit. I'll give you a chance to get your scores in the chat, though, so that we can get that on. And it's Life on the Chain Gang, La Baie Verte. And, oh, this is fun, is going to come up after that. After that, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with 10 more categories with puzzles and trivia and fan-requested topics from everyone. So there you have it. That's right. That's right. Mack Flash University, open for business. Yeah. We're going to get accredited one day. Just after doing 50 of my quizzes, you get a diploma. That's right. I have a diploma in trivia. I know all sorts of weird stuff. But you got to get a passing mark, though. You got to get a passing mark. All right, let's get this going with a little bit of chain gang happening. The anchor, if you will, of Seriously Trivia Round 1. Each word here, in the next box, I'm going to give you 5 words. The 3 in the middle contain blanks. Those are the ones I want you to figure out. Now, the trick is that you can use every word with the next one to form a common expression or saying. For example, here, we've got Black Beauty, Beauty Sleep, Sleep Tight, Tight Spot, and that's it. That's all I have to say about that. In the next boxes, I want you to do exactly that, and you'll get 1 point for every word you get correct, which means 9 possible points going to your team if you can nail this one. The trick is, you've only got 20 seconds per box to do so. So if you're ready, it starts with this one. Here comes Life on the Chain Gang number 2 with a little bit of extra time there at the end. And finally, number 3, the final chain gang of the night. What? All right, let's take a look at your answers and see if you're able to come up with these 9 words. All valid words, all valid expressions that exist in the vernacular that us beer-drinking adults can discuss freely. Let's take a look at your first chain gang. Signpost, postman, manhole, hole punch. Manhole punch. There you go. Signpost, postman, manhole, hole punch. Yellow sun, sunscreen, screen door, door hinge. The only words that rhyme with orange. Thank you, Eminem. And last but not least, bent knee, knee jerk, jerk off. I know it might be a sensitive term these days. Sorry if I offended anyone with what I wrote there. I know bending the knee can be offensive to some people, so I didn't mean to, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. All right, let's take a look. Give yourself a point for each of these words in all caps that you got correct, and give yourself that out of 9. Tell me what you got. A sun shower. A sun shower. I don't know what's a sun shower? Sun shower. What's a sun shower? I'm gonna Google sun shower right now. Yep, we're gonna do this. This is quality television right here. I'm gonna take a look at sun shower, and we'll see, because I mean, some people, tend to, like to expose various body parts to different amounts of sun. I heard you can sun your, very excessively. And a sun shower is a meteorological phenomenon in which rain falls while the sun is shining. A sun shower is usually the result of accompanying winds associated with a rainstorm, sometimes miles away, blowing the airborne raindrops into an area where there are no clouds, therefore causing a sun shower. Thank you for that. That's really cool. Appreciate it. Point given. You wrote shower. Good for you. There you go. Sun shower. Boom. Like a snow shower, but hotter. Thank you. Dave, if only you had to do that, that'd be great. There you go. Sun shower. Boom. We have La Baie Verte coming up. La Baie Verte is another requested, although it was requested on behalf of someone who I'm not sure is here tonight, but there it is. It's all questions about the Green Bay Packers. You're welcome, Andy. That was for Andy. And Neil, apparently. Neil, you're a fan. I think that was you as well. But let's take a look here. La Baie Verte, 3 questions about the Green Bay Packers. It's not going to be for everyone, but I tried to give everyone a chance. When it comes to ownership, what is unique about the Green Bay Packers? Oh man, is a sun shower like a golden shower? Well, it all depends on how low the sun is, I guess. In number 2 for La Baie Verte, the Packers have won 13 league championships, most pre-Super Bowl. How many Super Bowl wins do they have? And finally, in your last question about the Green Bay Packers, they have a great fan base. 86,000 people are on the list for season's tickets, more than there are seats at their home field. Named what? And there you go, a rare category all about sports. Even more, it's about a common sport. And even more, it's about an actual team specifically. You won't see this for a good while, folks. You are here on a rare night. Congratulations to you. You don't win anything except the fact that you got to play this category. And hopefully you did all right. These are fun facts about the Green Bay Packers that I think might have come to your attention one way or another. For example, the fact that they are nonprofit and community owned. So that's what we're looking for. If you wrote they're fan owned, they're community owned, that's exactly what I was looking for. Something to that effect. They are the only one that is a nonprofit community owned national football team. Fun fact. Something else that's cool about them, they have won 4 Super Bowls. So 4 of those 13 titles are Super Bowls. The other ones are from before the time of the Super Bowl. And last but not least, we had Lambeau Field. That's right, 86,000 people on the waiting list for season's tickets. They haven't had a non-sold out game since 1960. So there you have it. No matter how well or badly they were performing. Fun fact. I love that. I think that's really cool. Give yourself a point for each of those, and we'll see you back at the front for one more category, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, this is fun. But now before I tell you about Above and Beyond Massage Therapy Clinic, Windsor's award-winning clinic with 6 registered massage therapists. They offer innovative techniques like Medicupping, Thai yoga massage, bamboo fusion, and myofacial release. Myofacial release. Direct billing to insurance companies is available. You can visit them on Facebook at Above and Beyond Massage Therapy, or check out their website at abmassage.ca. Boom. Thank you so much for your continued support, everyone. These sponsors are the ones who help us basically keep the lights on and keep making trivia. This is how we do. So please make sure you do visit them and thank them for allowing me to bring you trivia. One more category. Oh, this is fun. Afterwards, we're going to take a short break and we're going to come back for round number 2 with 10 more categories. The shot of the night is hidden somewhere in those 10 categories, so we'll be doing that as well and just having a lot of fun. There's a bunch of fan-requested categories left in the second half as well, so I can't wait to show you guys those because it always makes me happy to do something for you guys. Oh, this is fun. This is a category I like to do. It's your picture round coming up. And this is a category that I like to do where I go to this one site and I look up a popular line from a movie. For example, oh, this is fun. And it returns all sorts of animated GIFs containing that line. So there are 5 of them coming up right now, and what I want you to do is name the movie for each animation or animated GIF of the popular line. This is fun in its various forms. There's 5 of them, as I said. Keep a good look, and let's go with one. Number 2. Oh, I like that subliminal flash there. I wonder if that's helping anyone. Me too. Number 3. I love this movie. Number 4. And there you go, This Is Fun. Oh, this is fun. And that was your picture round for this round at number 1. 5 pictures, 5 movies that you had to write down in order to get the 5 points that you need to add to your score before we head into the midway point of the game. Back after that, as I said, after a short break with round number 2. Let's take a look at the answers that I was looking for, see if they match with yours. Number 1, it was from 200 Cigarettes. That was definitely Courtney Love in there, and that was Paul Rudd next to her. 200 Cigarettes. We have Ghostbusters, or, well, Ghostbusters. Yeah, Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters. That's how you know the difference between the original and the remake. There's no T in the original. Grandma's Boy. T is for typo. Grandma's Boy comes in at number 3. That's right. And Horrible Bosses coming in at number 4. That was a funny movie as well. And The Wolf of Wall Street, your number 5 picture. Oh, this is fun. Give yourself a point for each of those that you got correct, and tell me your score out of 5. And then if you feel like it, give me your cumulative score out of whatever the total happens to be. I didn't count it. Somebody did, though. Somebody will probably write it out and say, hey, Francois, it was this whole thing is out of whatever. And then we'll know very soon. But please do that. And don't forget, we're coming back round number 2 after this. 10 more categories, some puzzles, some trivia, some fan-requested stuff, some shot of the night will be hidden somewhere in one of the categories, and more fun and games. And don't forget to come back as well later on at 10 o'clock in the Games Lounge for more fun and merriment with the Mack Flash crew. There you go. Let me know your scores. I'm going to run to the fridge, get a beer. I'm going to read out some of your scores, and we're going to come right back with round number 2. All right, so Mack Flash Mike informs me that this round is out of 40. Thank you very much for that. And we have got lots of cool scores coming in. Peel 28. Oh, that was fun. Yes. I've done this round with that picture round, the GIF round, with all sorts of fun lines. It's always a great one, too. I had to take a look. Mario with 27. 3 Must Get Beards with 35. Covidius 32. Twentin Quarantino, a whopping 20. Naughty Hookers with 37. That is a great score. Team Fish, 27 points. The Willettes with 25. Thomas and the Hackers with 23 points. 36 going to the COVID Con Men. The Santins with 24.5. The only team allowed to use half points. 33 points goes to Team Let It Ride. 35 to Quarantine 15. Team Lennon, 25. Duchess with 34. Christ Punchers with 33. And the Cheating Cheaters with 32. Well, there you have it, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking around. Don't make this an exception. Stick around some more because we've got round 2 coming up. Let's call it 2 minutes. I just saw the clock change to 52. We'll be back at 54. Yes, I'm aware. That's meant to entice you, to make you thirsty. That's right. Luckily, I did the other things I needed to do outside the room, so you didn't get to hear that. Yeah, didn't have to. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Seriously Trivia. My name is Francois, and I will still be your host. That's right. I haven't changed my name. Can't do that. It's a very long process. Can't do it between round 1 and 2, so don't worry about that. Still my name, Francois. Still your host. This is still Seriously Trivia, but that will change later at 10 o'clock when you join us for the Games Lounge, where we're going to be playing one of our favorite games, Shuffle the Deck. That's right. It's not as dirty as it sounds. It's close. Very close. But basically what we do is we get together, me and the Mack Flash team and you guys, and we pull cards from various board games and just play those randomly and whatever happens to be. So sometimes it's terrible, sometimes it's great, but it's always fun, that's for sure. So join us after in the Games Lounge for Shuffle the Deck, Volume 2. And that's happening right here on the YouTube channel for Mack Flash. Otherwise, let's get going, guys. We've got some Seriously Trivia to play. Here's a little refresher in case you joined us in between the games. You're going to want to get yourself a whiteboard or perhaps a notepad, or optionally maybe even a scoreboard for your team, because we're going to have 10 categories of 3 questions coming up, a mix of puzzles and trivia that you're going to have to play one category at a time. Each question 20 seconds only, and therein lies the challenge. But the simplicity and the twist of the category should help you out. Discreetly answer your questions on the whiteboards or notepads, because right after it is answer time. That's right, immediate gratification. Isn't that grand? I'll give you the answers right after. You'll be able to mark yourselves and find out how well you did in that round, sharing your score, of course, in the chat and keeping track of it so that at the end we know how well you did. Just like you did in the first half, let's do that again. Let's do it again. I'm getting really good at explaining this. It's only been years. It's about time. Hey, everybody, cheers. Cheers. We've got label out. Label out. I'm drinking Creamore for this one. It's grocery day. I got my new allotment of beer, so this is fun. Let's take a look here. Let's play. We've got your categories coming up. Cheers, first of all. There it is. Your categories go like this in round number dos. Former and the latter. Of course, can't go without that, right? The ABCs of. We got Math of Attack. We've got Bradlets. That's right, they're back. Initial Reaction. We've got Songs in the Key of. We've got Another Chapter. Quiz On. Try to Keep Up. And Partner Swap. Stuff's getting real. It's getting real over here. Let's take a look here. You've got 10 categories in front of you. Start shouting them out. And behind one of these, there's a shot hidden. It's the shot of the night. You'll have to pick the right one in order to find out. So let's take a look here. It started off with, that is a Creamore. That is a Creon. Andrew wants songs. And then someone wants former. You know, writing quickly doesn't help. It's just so messy. And then we got ABCs. And then we got Brad Lips. Brad Libs. That's right. Let's go like that. And then we'll go from there. Okay, and that's a Math of Attack. All right, we'll start with the songs in the key of... Bad words. All right. Well, I was just easing you in round 1 with a little bit of jerk off there, and so let's get really into the bad words with these 3 questions. Songs with bad words in them. Bad words. This song by Elton John is not about his female dog returning home, but the title sounds like it. And number 2 in the category of songs about bad words, what alternate cleaner title was given to the radio edit of CeeLo Green's Fuck You? Oh, I'm sorry. That felt weird. Normally I censor that kind of stuff. I didn't. Because in a rush. NWA's Fuck the Police has seen an almost 300% increase in streams recently. It's odd. What album is it from? It's Friday night. It's after 9. We're okay. I think we're allowed to. Oh, I'm sorry if there were kids around. I'm sorry. Again, I apologize if some of you kept your kids around for the show for tonight. Kids, language, words are powerful things, and you know, there they are. They exist. We can't deny them, but we can choose when and how to properly use them to express ourselves. And sometimes, you know, swearing's not the answer. But in this case, it was definitely swearing was the answer. It was actually the question. Let's take a look at these answers to go with that. Number 1, the bitch is back. That's right, the bitch is back. Does not mean his dog returned. He was talking about the attitude mostly. And we have, of course, Forget You instead of the Fuck You by CELLU. That's right. And then we have, in the last one, we have got NWA coming in with the F the Police, if you will. Straight Outta Compton. So give yourself a point for each of those that you got correct, and that's it for the bad words. That is it for the bad words, unless I manage to break this chair too. Then, you know, you might hear another bad word. As I struggle to find my mouse cursor, I return to the to the menu here, and where we've got Former and Ladder coming up as your next game. So I've got the order of the games coming up like this. It's Former and the Ladder, ABC, Bradlib's partner, Keep Up, and Quiz On. So we'll have to go at some point and see if there's any missing. Otherwise, let's go on with Former and the Ladder. Right now, that is not a typo. No, it is the name of the game because we're talking about word ladders. In this case, what I'm going to do is give you 3 hints. These hints have answers that are one letter off from each other. For example, protective building is a fort, a stinky gas is a fart, and at the grocery store, you'd find a cart. Some might seem vague, some might be specific. That's what I want you to hone in on, and then try to move forward and backward to find the other answers. There are 9 of them coming up, which means you will get 9 possible points in here. Let's take a look at the first 3 hints for Former and the Ladder. Ready to eat, stuffed and smoked, His Eminence. 4-letter word. We're looking for a 4-letter word. In fact, we're looking for 3 4-letter words. Don't forget, you can always work your way up if working your way down doesn't work for you. Let's take a look at your next Former and the Ladder right about now. 2 of 1, follicles, and a pop rock sister act. These are 3 answers that are 1 letter off from each other. Once again, thank you for joining us and playing along. Don't forget not to answer in the chat or the comments. Keep track of your answers at home on a piece of paper or a whiteboard or whatever method you like. And then immediately after the 3, I will give you the correct answers and you can just follow along that way. Let's take a look at your last one, Former and the Ladder. It goes like this. June for LGBTQ. The priority, the best, and breaking the law. This is a 5-letter word. Looking for a 5-letter word here. Once again, this last one is a 5-letter word. And there you have it. Those were your former and latter. We were looking for 9 words, and in trios, the answer should have been 1 letter off from each other. Hopefully, you were able to find one and work your way up or down accordingly. Let's take a look at the answers that I have, and hopefully they match yours for 9 points. Let's see. We had ripe, ready to eat. Stuffed and smoked is a pipe, and the Pope is His Eminence. And there you have it. I didn't want to use the word packed. I thought that just gave it away right away, and it was too easy. I meant for the pipe, not the Pope. I don't know if he packs his own bags when he travels. Number 2, pear, when you have 2 of 1. Hair are follicles, and hame was the answer to number... Oh, yes, the Pop Rock Sister Act. I was going to make it about Corey, and then I thought, modernize a little bit, you know? And last but not least, we had a 5-letter word, and we had June for LGBTQ, Pride Month. We have prime, the first one, or the best, and then crime, to break the law. So there you have it. Give yourself a point for each of those. Ripe, pipe, pope, pear, hair, hame, pride, prime, crime. And that's a good score right there. We'll see you back at the front with more categories. Share your score in the chat with all the other players. They love to see what you got and measure themselves against your girth. I don't know what that meant, but hey, now that I've got your attention, let me tell you about Sean Gardner from Rosati, Sampson & Associates. Sean's an independent financial advisor offering a wide range of investment and insurance products with multiple companies such as Manulife, RBC, BMO, Industrial Alliance, and more. Check him out on Facebook or at the information on the screen when his ad rolls around. Thank you, Sean, for your support for these last couple weeks. I do hope you keep watching and keep supporting our show. Thank you very much. Coming up, we've got the ABCs, and we got to. I think this is the last category I wrote before I was done. So let's take a look. I don't exactly remember. ABCs of school. There you have it. The answers will start with A, then B, then C, respectively, in each box. There's 3 hints coming up, and the theme is school. So let's see how I dealt with that. Number 1, the question is this: a traditional method still popular in some countries of training a new generation of skilled crafts practitioners starts with the letter A. Yes, this one goes out to all of the teachers in the room right now playing with us. Thank you very much for enduring in this trying time. Can't be easy. Anyway, back to this. ABCs of school. This one starts with B. A school where students not only study but also live. And last but not least, in the ABCs of school, we got the letter C. The set of courses and their contents offered by an institution. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, jeez Louise. All right. Hi, everybody. That's it. That's it for the ABCs of school, where the answers start with A, then B, then C. Let's see how well you did while I sat here calmly, not doing anything at all out of control. The answers go like this. The first one, it was called apprenticeship. Apprenticeship is the term we were looking for. Basically, teaching through doing. B, a boarding school is the word we're looking for with the letter B. And with the letter C, it was the curriculum. The curriculum is the set of courses offered by an institution. There you go. Give yourself a point for each of those. A, B, then C. And I'll see you back. I'll see you back at the front. All right, we are back at the front menu. You guys are sharing your score. You guys did all right. Onyx! I throw that on once in a while, and I never make it past like 5 songs. And I'm like, yeah, that's good enough. We're good. We're good. Onyx, check it out. Home of Mr. Mr. Fignaz, the French singer. All right, so let's take a look. Yes, Brad Libs are up on the screen next, and let's get to it. Oh, well, look at that. It's the shot of the night. That's right. Here we are it was hidden behind Brad Libs this whole time. I would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for these darn kids. Tell you what, this one, you get your shot ready. It is the shot of the night. We do this all the time. It's just a meaning of bringing us together in one act of conviviality. And whether it's, whiskey, wheatgrass, or water, whatever you're doing, this shot, is we're all doing it together. This one goes out to Jen. Happy birthday, Jen. This one goes out to you, wherever you may be. Cheers to you and to everyone else as well. It was really full because when I felt it, ooh-wee. That was great. Let me know what you guys had. We have some amaretto right there. We got all sorts of fun stuff. So let's take a look at your Brad Libs. A shot and a Brad Libs. Could this be any better? I think so. This is called Brad Libs because it is a game, but this is Brad Libs Morgan Freeman edition. What is Brad Libs? Well, I came up with this game at one point where I would basically write sentences with blanks, and what I wanted you to do is take a movie title, deconstruct it word for word, word per word, and then take those words and put them in the blanks in order to complete the sentence in the context of the sentence. It was originally done with Brad Pitt movies, but I ran out. So this is Morgan Freeman edition. Deconstruct a Morgan Freeman movie and use the words in order to fill in the blanks to make these sentences make sense. To me, there's only one answer, but if you come up with another one that works, my God, we're gonna have a sun shower together. All right, let's take a look at your Brad Libs coming up right now. Morgan Freeman movies. My husband is so clumsy, he spilled his blank ground beef and got some blank blank. Well, it's got to be one of the easier ones to fit in a sentence. Let's take a look at the number 2. Blank through the gardens is no good. You often blank cool things like rose gardens and blank patches. And finally, what Morgan Freeman movie can be deconstructed and inserted into this sentence in order for it to make sense? I've told you a blank ways to make a blank, but you keep acting like a blank. And there you go. That's how you play Brad Lib's Morgan Freeman edition. On that note, I would like to say a personal hello to Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, and of course, Zac Efron. Hello, and thank you for joining us tonight. Let's take a look at your answers coming up right now for Brad Lives. We were looking for the following movies. It goes with this one for the first one. Lean on Me, his lean ground beef, and he spilt it on me. Oh, how clumsy. Number 2, we have Driving Miss Daisy. Driving through the gardens, you miss cool things like daisy patches. There you have it. I had, originally, I had something with Daisy Dukes there. I didn't feel comfortable with it. Last one, I told you a million ways to make $1, but you keep acting like a baby. That's it. Lean on Me, Driving Miss Daisy, $1 million baby. Give yourself a point. Shawshank Redemption, very difficult to make into. Yeah, it's like I was in jail and I shot this guy get shanked, and see, can't do it. Give yourself a point for each shared in the scores, and let's get back to the front where another game yet again disappears. But Partners Swap, Keep Up, and Quiz On are coming in after this. So let's get going with those. Let's go to Partner Swap right now because that's what you requested. And this one is your picture round once again. It is a high-scoring picture round, as a matter of fact, because in this one, I want you to name the 2 characters in each of these 5 photo mashups. Somebody went and photoshopped the wrong partner, but with one that would still sort of fit in a way. I want you to take a look at these 5 pictures and name the 2 characters in each of the 5 mashups for 1 point each. So that's a total of 10 points. There's 5 pictures, and it starts with number 1. Once again, name the 2 characters seen here. Yes, we're looking for the character names. I'll just reiterate that because there's a lot of possibilities. We are looking for the names of the characters, so please name the 2 characters in the picture. Well, there you have it. That is 10 points if you got them all. And don't forget, I was looking for the characters in this case. If you ever want to give yourself the added challenge among your team or your household, wherever you might be, and say, listen, we're going to nail this. Let's give ourselves an added one and say, you know, we'll add this to it. Go ahead and do that. That's a fun way to do it. But if you do find something really cool, make sure you do let me know and say, hey, we found a cool way that you could score this. And because I'm always interested in creating new games and stuff. Of course, if you have games that you do enjoy, let me know which ones they are. I kind of have an idea of which ones you really enjoy, and you know, we'll go from there. All right, that was Partner Swap. 10 possible choices in this one, and we wanted to see this right here. Now, I hope I didn't just screw everything up because I just pushed a button that I should not have pushed. But everything looks like it should be all right, and I think we might have a little bit of a gap in the recording, but we're back. I think we're back and we're okay. Let's make sure that everything sims. Hey, everybody, we're back. The answer goes like this. It is Jake Elwood and Agent J in the first one. One of the Blues Brothers, and of course, Men in Black. Number 2, we had Obelix and Fred Flintstone coming in at number 2. So a point for each of those. We have got Pluto and Shaggy. That picture looked like it was meant to be. There it is. Pluto and Shaggy. In number 4, Shrek and Marty. Marty is the name of the zebra from Madagascar. And we have got ourselves Wallace and Remy, or Remy, the rat from Ratatouille. So that's 10 possible points to you. I'll leave these up a little longer so that you guys can get your scores. I'll make sure that I've got all my stuff in order over here. And by which I don't mean like my last will and testament. Yeah, I don't know why that's... Yes, okay, I was a little distracted, and I was staring at it, and I was trying to be confident, but you're right, it is Jake Blues. Elwood is the... Elwood is Jake and Elwood Blues. So, absolutely, Jake Blues. Jake Blues is what we're looking for. All right, there you go. Well, coming up, we've got Try to Keep Up. This is one of those categories that's been requested many, many times, and I never knew exactly how we were going to address it. And when somebody said today, hey, do this one, and, you know, a couple of us had a chuckle, some people hit that like, and I said, hey, this is the time. This is the time that it's time that we do a thing about keeping up with the Kardashians. That's right. It's time. We haven't done one yet, so answer these questions about the Kardashians just this once. Let's do this. If you guys like the Kardashians, and amazing, I'm all about let people like what they like, and I'm glad to be able to do this for you. So let's keep going with these Kardashian questions. Number 1 on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, how many of the immediate family have names that start with K? I always say, you know, there's stuff that I like that people, you know, react the same way that I do when I say, you know, about them and the Kardashians. So it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, you don't, some of the stuff you like sucks too, man. You know, everyone likes good stuff and sucky stuff, and everyone likes stuff. Everybody just like your stuff, and let everybody like their stuff. But at the same time, I mean, you're allowed to say, I don't like it, but that's fine. Number 2, in what year did original husband and father Robert Kardashian pass away? And finally, your last question about the Kardashians, and I mean the last question ever. No, I'm kidding. I'll probably do this again. What American radio host, personality, television host, and producer came up with the idea for Keeping Up with the Kardashians? Or the obviously very catchy acronym, Cutica. 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 I don't know what that is. Cutica. I don't know how to say it. It's a weird sound, the UW. I don't know what that is. That's what I look like when I do that. I don't know. Cutica. I don't know. Quit K. That's what it is. All right, everybody, that's it. Your 3 questions about that. Let's take a look at what the answers were. Of the immediate family in the Kardashians, there are 6. There's Kim, Kourtney, Khloe, Kendall, Kylie, and Kris. And there you have it. Number 2, 2003 is when Robert Kardashian passed away. And number 3, Ryan Seacrest came up with the idea of keeping up with the Kardashians. Yet something else we can pin on him. Thank you to Grass's Landscaping, specializing in landscape design and build for any size job. He does property maintenance, spring, fall cleanups. Just remember, if it's not grass, just say pass. Thank you very much, Bruce, for helping me out once again this week as a sponsorship, and I do hope you are enjoying the series of games that you have managed to bring to these people. Thank you for sharing your scores. Some great scores in there for yeah, there you go. Some 2 out of 3s and then Mary, perfect with some hearts. There you go. And my goal, always making people happy. This is the same thing that happens when I do like a horror category or something all about math for some reason. All right, guys, speaking of which, let's move on to Quiz On, and we're going to be doing Quiz On Cookies. You know who you are. You know who you are, Cookie Man. This one goes out to Thomas in the chat. You say, hey, do something about cookies. I was like, yeah? I'm going to do something about cookies right now. Here it is. Here's these assorted questions about cookies. Number 1, what is Cookie Monster's alter ego when hosting a Monster Piece Theater on Sesame Street? Number 2 in the category of cookies. What expression means things that have the same configuration or look as many others? And finally, number 3 in the category of cookies. What is the name for a brownie that substitutes vanilla for the usual cocoa? Well, there you have it. That's Quiz on Cookies. Hopefully you were able to come up with the 3 questions or 3 answers. I was looking forward to my questions. Let's take a look at those answers as a matter of fact. Cookie Monster. There's a couple of questions I could have asked. Some say, what's his first name? That would have been a good one. What is his first name? If you could tell me in the, if you could tell me in the chat what Cookie Monster's first name is, I'll say yes. Alistair Cookie, because Alistair Cook is the host of Masterpiece Theater. Oh, I see what they did there. I did not know that until today. But I wouldn't have known, I think I would have known Alistair Cookie. Number 2, Cookie Cutter. When you say Cookie Cutter houses all look the same configuration, like they were made with a cookie cutter. And number 3, a blondie. A blondie is a brownie. The basic substitutes cocoa with vanilla. Still, a lot of them use, chocolate chunks or chocolate chips, maybe even white chocolate in them. They're not white. They're not blonde at all. They still look like just very pale brownies from what I saw today. So there you have it. Alistair Cookie, Cookie Cutter, and a blondie is what we're looking for. Give yourself a point for each, and let's see you back at the front. Share your score in the chat all about these cookies. 3 categories left in this round of Seriously Trivia, and I want to tell you thank you to Rivet Flooring, specializing in ceramic tile, vinyl floor, carpet installation, as well as hardwood and laminate flooring. Rivet has got you covered. Give them a call to the number, to their phone number, or check out their website. They are very, very popular, very good. Some have even called him the Jesus of Tile. Whatever, I don't know what that means. Miracles, maybe? That's what I'm assuming it is. Hey guys, we need a category because I've got Initial Reaction, Another Chapter, and Math of Attack, and no one's picked anything. Oh, I think I saw someone pick Math of Attack, so we're going to go with that one. That's what we're going to pick. Math of Attack, somebody says, hey, Francois, do a whole round about math. And I was like, You're going to regret this, but okay, let's do this. These are all math-based or number-based questions. Not necessarily math, but maybe. Let's take a look at these 3 number-based questions. With what 3 coins can you make up 25 cents? I know, I just saw Christians as well. Math-based Christians. I like all these Christians. For sure, they're good Christians. All right, last one. Or second one, I mean. Next one is what I meant to say. What is the year 2020 in Roman numerals? And lastly, in this math of attack math question, what is the next number in this sequence? 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144, 233. What is the next number in this sequence? And there you go. That wasn't so painful now, was it? Looking for 3 answers that were number-based, based on these math questions. Thank you. I forget who it was, but somebody did request math, and I thought, hey, we haven't tortured people in a while. Let's do some math questions. Let's take a look at the answers to go with that. With what 3 coins can you make at 25 cents? Well, that is, of course, 2 dimes and a nickel. No trick there. The question was meant to sound tricky, and yet was very simple. We've got in the number 2 question, the year 2020 is spelled XX. 2 M's, 2000, 2 X's, 20. And 377, it was the Fibonacci sequence, but already started, so it is the sum of the last 2 numbers is the number. So there you go, 144, 233, that would be 377. Give yourself a point for each of those, and we'll see you back at the front for more. Let me know what your score is in the chat. We've only got a couple of games left to go, and then that'll be the end of our Seriously Trivia. I'll be sharing the link, of course, to Games Lounge in just a moment in the chat, so that you can join us immediately after this at 10 o'clock for the Games Lounge. We're going to be playing what I call, what we call Shuffle the Deck. And I've already told you about it. It's going to be a great fun. So make sure, It's going to be great fun. So make sure you do come and check it out. We got another chapter and initial reaction, and I really don't know which one I should be picking. What do you guys think? Let's take a look here. No one's saying anything, and we're going to go with the next thing I see right about now, which is another chapter. That's what I'm going with. I'm going to click on it. I'm clicking on it right now. Oh, guys, we have some shows coming up this weekend. Of course, make sure you do check them out. The Ninja Turtles tomorrow. We have got Premier League football on Sunday, and all sorts of fun stuff next week as well. So make sure you stay tuned to the Mack Flash channel. Subscribe if you have not done so. Yes, that's the important thing. I haven't said that yet. Make sure you do subscribe to our channel. There you go. Mario, thank you. Initial reaction. Boom. Oh, there it is. Okay. These people share initials. This is a high-scoring game. In each box, I'm going to give you 3 descriptions of 3 people who share a set of initials. Now, I'm not going to give you their initials, hoping that one of them is obvious enough that you'll know who they are, and then you can work off their initials to figure out the other 2. So, as I go, there's 3 per box. That's 3 points per. That's 9 points total. Let's get started. The first 3 here all share a set of initials. One is an Australian-American redheaded actress. The other one is Tonya Harding's nemesis. The other one is a character actor from Big Mouth. Once again, don't just give the set of initials. You want to name each person in there. The trick is figuring out the initials so that you can name them. Once again, name the next 3 people who also share a set of initials, yet a different one than the first 3. The first one is an Argentine revolutionary. The other one is George McFly in Back to the Future 1. And the other one is the rap name of Donald Glover. Giving you a few extra seconds on this one. It seemed like it was quick. And finally, initial reaction number 3. These next 3 people also share a set of initials. They are JT's wife, the dude, and Spanish actor / Skyfall baddie. And there you have it. That is initial reaction. 9 possible points for your team if you were able to figure out the trios of people that shared initials. Let's take a look at the answers that I was looking for and see if they match with yours. First one, we were looking at NKs. Going out to my good buddy Neil, Nicole Kidman, Nancy Kerrigan, and Nick Kroll were your 3 NKs. And that was, there it is. Next one, we had got the CGs. This one goes to Team Gloglies. We've got Che Guevara. We got Crispin Glover and Childish Gambino. The CGs. That was for you. And the next one, different set of initials. This one goes to the JBs. You know who you are. Jessica Biel, Jeff Bridges, Javier Bardem. That one goes out to you for your birthday, Jen. The JBs. Hopefully you did well on that one. All right, give yourself a point for each one of those 9 possible points going out to your team for initial reaction. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we got 1 game left in the barrel. It's another chapter. Thanks once again to our main sponsor of the week, Littlefoot Foods. They're open for curbside pickup Tuesday through Saturday from 12 to 3 p.m. Get their signature pierogies, cabbage rolls, and stuffed peppers. They're also offering limited hot foods through Uber Eats. Visit their Facebook page or check out littlefootfoods.com. Thanks to Littlefoot Foods for your continued support. They'll be around for a while, and we do appreciate that. Look forward to some giveaways and contests as well when it comes to your delicious pierogies, so that'll be a lot of fun. Well, we've got another chapter coming up right now. It is your last game of the night, but it doesn't have to be the last game you play tonight. Make sure you do join us in the Games Lounge at 10 o'clock. It is the link on our YouTube channel right next to this one. You'll find it, and we'll be there. It'll take about an hour. We'll be playing some games. You're welcome to join in, play along, and chime in the chat with us while we have fun with that. Another chapter is coming up. It is your next and final movie category of the night and your last game. Given 3 DVD chapter titles, I want you to name the movie that they belong to. 3 movies coming up, 3 DVD chapter titles, and it goes like this. Quid pro quo, lotion in the basket, a deal for Chilton. What movie am I referring to? Number 2 in the Another Chapter. These 3 DVD chapter titles belong to what movie? Wheezy, Getting the Arm, Jesse's Story. And number 3. Fight with Flash, Battle over Times Square, The Alley Kiss. And there you have it, my friends. That is another chapter. That is the end of the game as we know it. We have got ourselves 3 answers coming up, and after that, I want you guys to let us know what your score is. Give us your score for this. Give us your cumulative score for all night, or maybe just for this half, I guess, is the point. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll be sharing the link in the chat in just a moment as well for the Games Lounge. I know I keep bringing it up, but we had a lot of fun last week. I really hope you guys can join us for this one. Let's take a look at another chapter. The answers, we're looking for 3 movies that contained those DVD chapter titles. The first one was from Silence of the Lambs, the giveaway, of course, being the lotion in the basket, I think. Next one, we had Toy Story 2. That's the one that you had to sort of, know a bit of details about, but there it is. Toy Story 2 is what we're looking for. And Spider-Man, that right, the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is the movie for number 3. Give yourself a point for each. We'll see you back at the front. Share your scores in the chat. Let me know what is happening with that. And we got some great scores coming up in the chat right now as I take a look. We've got this round is out of 49. Thank you very much, Mike, for that. We have got that's with 52 somehow. We got the COVIDs with the COVID Conmen with 45. Christ Punchers with 44. 36 for the Hot Mess. 39 for the Mixed Nuts, 42 for the Naughty Hookers. Salut Pascal, merci. We got 32 for the Santons. Total, with a big total there, 56 out of 89 total. I get your 52 now, I understand. What do we got here? 49 out of 89, 79 out of 89 for the Naughty Hookers. Cheating Cheaters was 73, and all of those other scores. Congratulations, you guys did really, really great. Some fire scores out there, most definitely. I hope you enjoyed today's game. Thank you for helping me write it and giving me the topics that I needed to write that. I hope that went the way you wanted it. I know some of them might not have, but maybe it helped somebody else out in their score, and that's the way it works at Seriously Trivia. I'm sharing the score, the link right now. I just shared the link to tonight's Games Lounge, starting in about 15 minutes. That's right. So you get yourself time to do whatever you need to join us in a Games Lounge. Come on and play some board games with us. It's me and 4 other guys, and we're gonna be pulling out our decks, and we're gonna be having a lot of fun. So I'll see you guys soon. My name is Francois. I have been your host. This has been Seriously Trivia, and I'll catch you next time on Mack Flash Trivia. Bye bye.